Hello everyone, myself Mr. Jangle Sanket Surendra, lecturer from Mola Education Society's Mola Rural Institute of Pharmacy, Sone. Today we will discuss the chapter of hospital and clinical pharmacy, that is drug distribution systems in a hospital, part 2nd. In previous lecture, we have discussed the introduction of drug distribution systems in a hospital and the drug distribution systems in a hospital of outpatient department. In this lecture, we will study the drug distribution system in hospital of indoor patients. Now we will start with the indoor patients. Presently, a very few stock items are prepared on the basis in hospitals. However, prepared preparations are usually sent as floor stock medications. The nursing staff stores them in a cabinets and administers them to the patient as per physician's order. We in India have still to adopt increasingly the system of pre-packaging and unit dose which are quite popular abroad. The pharmacist here does not remain accountable once the medicines are placed in charge of the ward nursing stations. The further responsibilities of storage, maintenance, and records of administrations are discharged. The further responsibilities of storage, maintenance, and records of administrations are discharged by the nursing staff. A modern hospital should arrange to have a feedback from the nursing staff for the medical and pharmacy staff to make the drug information center. It may be appreciated that the nursing staff expends considerable time by making frequent trips to the pharmacy to obtain the supplies. Many hospitals have a messenger service between these two. Generally, ward boy carries indent slips for regular and emergency supplies. Class 4 employees acts as a couriers from the pharmacy. Mech- Mechanization for the conveying of drugs is yet to take place in India. In its absence, the best alternative is the floor stock system, the selection of which is left to the clinical staff of the hospital. Once, one of the vital functions of hospital pharmacy department is to provide services to the inpatient. All hospitals invariably offers inpatient services, though they may or may not offer services to the outpatients. Inpatients are those patients who requires hospitalization, that is, get themselves admitted in the hospital, stay there for treatment till they are discharged. The pharmacist involved in dispensing of the drugs for outpatient can dispense drugs for inpatients too. The pharmacist employed for a drug distribution to the inpatient wards should be well skilled and qualified staff. There are four systems in general used for dispensing drugs for inpatients. They are classified as individual prescription order, complete floor stock system, combination of individual order and complete floor stock system, and fourth one is the unit dose system. Now, starting with the first system, that is individual prescription order system. Small and private hospitals adopt this system since it can be operated with less manpower and under the direct supervision of the pharmacist. Maybe there are some delays expected. Even the cost is passed on to the patient. Costly drugs are omitted from floor stock and are dispensed upon receipt of a prescription for the individual patient. Here, the drugs are dispensed and labeled for each individual patient. Pre-packed doses are generally very useful. The filled up prescriptions are in charge of the nursing unit cabinets to be administered to the patient by the nurse in charge as per the directions of the physician. The nurses are advised by the pharmacist about proper storage, labeling, and accounting of the drugs. If on administration there are untoward reactions, there is a system of contacting the physician as well as that pharmacist so that immediate corrective action can be taken. It is the type of prescription system where the physician writes the prescription for individual patient who obtains the drug prescribed from any medical store or hospital dispensary by paying own charges. Advantages of individual prescription order system: all medication orders are directly reviewed by pharmacist. It provides the interaction of pharmacist, doctor, nurse and the patient. It provides clear control of inventory. Disadvantages: delay in administration of medicines to the patient. The method is expensive and more staff is required for this method. Second system is the complete floor stock system. Under this system, the drugs are given to the patient through the nursing station and the pharmacy supplies from the drug store of a hospital. Drugs on the nursing station or ward may be divided into two types: charge floor stock drugs and non-charge floor stock drugs. Now, a charge floor stock system. The ultimate decision of which drugs are to be placed on the ward's nursing station is that of a pharmacy and therapeutics committee, since the committee is quite conversant with the requirements of the patients within the hospital. The hospital pharmacist conforms to the norms laid down by the committee and makes available the required drugs. The selected list is constantly being reviewed by the pharmacy committee for necessary revision. The selection of the drugs is need based. Since the drugs are charged, these are always kept in a stock except on the ground of the space. The economic and social condition of the patient should have no bearing on his clinical needs. Common antihistaminics, antibiotics, antihypertensives, cardiovascular drugs, diuretics, tranquilizers, and miscellaneous are kept as a charge stock drugs. Selection of the charge drugs. These are the categories which includes. Here you can see the label for the charge floor stock system, which consists of the ward of the patient, then which tablets are to be given, the dose of that tablet and name of the pharmacy. Now starting with the non-charge floor stock drugs. The non-charge drugs are predetermined. They can be carried to the ward stations by a number of methods. The distribution depends upon the printed list which spells out the name and strength of the product and the location of the ward nursing station and the size of the unit. Non-charge floor stock drugs are stored by the drug basket method and mobile dispensary unit. The drug basket method: in this method, the night nurse checks the drug inventories in the medicine cabinet, utility room, and the refrigerator. The check is against a master checklist given by the pharmacy through the nursing services. The nurse ticks a quantity required for each drugs on the requisition of supplies, the empty containers are placed in the drug basket. The total drug basket consists of requisition empty containers and it is sent to the pharmacy. In the morning, just after opening of the pharmacy, dispenses as per the requisition and fills up the empty containers. The same is sent to the floor through the messenger services or through the dumb waiter. Some hospitals make use of mobile dispensing system where a trolley with caster wheels is used to carry drugs, medicines to the patient's bedside. Unlike the basket system, the nurse of the night duty is relieved here for checking the inventory, transporting the empty containers. The pharmacist, his assistants, check the nursing stations of inventories. The requisitions carbon copy is left at the ward as a proof of delivery. The original is sent back to the pharmacy for replenishment of the mobile unit and for costing. This system saves the time of the nursing staff and pharmacist plays a more active role by coming out of the pharmacy. Specially designed patient servers, which are drawers make available, are prescribed medicines. The pharmacist places the medications without entering the patient's room. This is costly method for the pharmacy department. Here we can see the difference between floor and non-floor stock system. Charge floor stock system and non-charge floor stock system. First point, the charges are made in the patient's account after they have been administered from the stock drugs. In non-charge, the drugs are not made in the account directly even after the drug have been administered. Second, every dose of the drug administered to the patients are charged. In this system, charges are made indirectly to the patient. Only those doses are charged which are expensive and rarely used. The cost of drugs are not high as they have mostly used in tablets, capsules. Floor stock list is prepared which is sent to make the drug available to all the nursing stations. A predetermined list is prepared by nursing stations. Now, the combination of individual and floor stock system. This system is followed in the government and also in a hospital, private hospital who runs on the basis of no profit and no loss. It is a type of drug distribution system that uses individual prescription or medication order system as their primary means of dispensing but also utilizes a limited floor stock. Requirement of drugs or surgical items are given to the patient who purchase and deposit these items in hospital wards or rooms under the supervision of registered nurse. Now starting with the another point, that is the third one, unit dose dispensing. Units are the medications which are ordered, packed, handled, administered and charged in multiple of single dose units containing a predetermined amount of a drug. Here the pharmacist makes each and every dose of a medication ready for administration. A single unit package is one which contains a complete pharmaceutical dosage form. Advantages or benefits: no pilferage and wastage, operational automation possible, accounting becomes easier, nurses get more time for direct patient care, medication errors are reduced, more space is available in nursing station by eliminating bulky floor stock. It eliminates wastage of drug and pilferage, better financial control. It prevents the loss of partially used medications. It does not require storage facilities at the nursing station. Disadvantages: it requires more space since packaging material increases the bulk of the dosage form. It requires increased number of skilled personnel in the pharmacy. The cost of medication is increased to the patient due to increased handling charges. Here we are ending with the floor stock system, individual prescription order. Now in next part we will see a descriptive analysis or description of the unit dose dispensing in a better way. Thank you very much.